With that, we say good morning to you, Kentuckiana. 6 a.m. here on your Monday. I'm Grace McKenna.
And I'm Jim Stratman, and we welcome you in here on WHS11, WHS11 Plus. And of course, we are talking about those storms from Friday, but Matt is tracking some storms this week as well. Let's go ahead and bring in meteorologist Matt Breland. And Matt, you can see behind you weather impact alert day already issued for Tuesday.
That's right. We're expecting a very rainy Tuesday ahead for us. The threat that we're tracking for tomorrow is mostly going to be a flash flooding threat. We could see up to 2 inches of accumulated rainfall by tomorrow because it's pretty much going to be an all-day event. Beginning around 8 a.m., we're going to see spotty showers, and then they'll become more widespread all throughout our afternoon hours tomorrow until they begin to conclude past 7 p.m. So steady rain and a few thunderstorms will be lingering around too that will have the possibility for trending a bit severe, mostly in terms of just strong winds, but really heavy rainfall will be part of our forecast tomorrow. We've got clouds rolling into our skies this morning. We're tracking a few spotty showers farther off towards our west, and those are going to be arriving as we go later on into our day. So far, I'm still expecting us to stay dry and quiet for our morning hours with the exception of these passing clouds. Still waiting on sunrise to happen at the moment. Temperatures in the lower 60s. Certainly a muggy start to our day, though. Humidity there at 75%. So definitely a humid trend for us. A few thunderstorms that develop later on into the afternoon could have the potential for being slightly severe, but we're looking at terms of mostly just strong winds periodically. But our greatest severe threat is going to be as we head into our day tomorrow. As I mentioned today, we're just expecting these passing clouds and a few isolated showers to pop up. A few of those will contain the possibility for being a bit strong at times, but otherwise we're going to have just some of those lingering clouds throughout our evening hours. And as we head into the night, that's whenever we'll start to see widespread showers develop farther off towards our west. And those will trend into that rainy pattern as we head into our Tuesday morning. And by tomorrow afternoon, you can expect widespread showers and thunderstorms really to develop, especially as we head into the later parts of our afternoon hours tomorrow. So that's how things are looking just as we head into the next upcoming hours. Here's a look at what you can expect traffic-wise as we go into our next upcoming day, or as we take a look across the major interstates. Everyone looking good to go out there. If anything changes, we'll let you know.
Thank you very much, Matt. This is just into our newsroom this morning. Metro Police are investigating a shooting involving a 14-year-old. Police were called around 2:30 this morning to a home on Beecher Street in the Wyandotte neighborhood. That's where they say they found the teen that was shot. We're told that he was taken to the hospital and is expected to survive, but police are still working to determine how this happened. But they say that all parties here are accounted for.
Now to our top story. The death toll in Kentucky continues to climb after Friday night's severe weather.
Governor Andy Beshear has confirmed that 19 people have already died, and that number could climb over the next few days. WHAS reporter Gabriel Gonzalez joins us in the newsroom right now with more details. Gabe, what do we know so far about the victims?
Hey, good morning once again, Jim and Grace. Yeah, like you mentioned, 19 people died because of those storms on Friday night. It brought tornadoes, really damaging winds, just ripped through communities. Now, we know search and rescue teams will be on the ground today, so unfortunately, that death toll number could rise. Now, let me give you some details right here. The latest report is a woman in Russell County. One person also died in Pulaski County. However, it was Laurel County that was hit the hardest with a total of 17 deaths so far. Governor Andy Beshear says 10 people remain hospitalized at UK Hospital in Lexington this morning. 3 of those are in critical condition. You can see the scope of the damage in this video taken by London Mayor Randall Weddle. According to the National Weather Service, the tornado's path stretched from Russell Springs through Somerset all the way to London, a nearly continuous track that's now being surveyed.
Tough part of this one is I worry there might be a whole block out there where everybody's dead. And I hope that's not the case, but you see 5 houses in a row, they're just gone.
The National Weather Service says crews will be on the ground today working to pinpoint just how strong the tornado was hit in that area. It says early estimates range from an EF2 to an EF3 with wind speeds up to 140 miles per hour. Survey teams in Laurel County have already noted EF3 level damage near the London Corbin Airport. Now back here in the newsroom, if you're looking at ways to help, Governor Andy Beshear says you can donate to Team Kentucky's Storm Relief Fund. So that way all of that money goes back directly to all of the victims of those storms. And we do have a link to that story posted in the link spot on our webpage, WHAS11.com. Jim, Grace.
Gabe, thank you. First responders and relief organizations from Louisville are doing everything they can to support storm survivors. From the moment the weather cleared up, help started arriving. Louisville firefighters were among the first on the ground in Laurel County with a team of 24 deployed to that hard-hit area. And they weren't alone. The Salvation Army's Louisville Area Command sent food and supplies to help. The group aims to be a source of comfort for people.
We provide hope and the spiritual needs. So if you see one of these units roaming around and you just need somebody to talk to or somebody to cry with or pray with, we are right there.
The organization Save the Children also stepped in, providing diapers, wipes, and emotional support for young survivors. It also offers mental health treatment for those experiencing trauma from the severe weather. You can find links to both organizations in this story on our homepage.
This morning, more than 340 LG&E customers are still without power following Friday's storms. Around most of those here in Jefferson, Bullitt, Oldham, and Meade counties, while the rest are a little bit further south. Strong winds sent trees toppling over power lines and even sent them careening into some homes, like this one that you're about to see in the Taylor Berry neighborhood. Louisville Fire says a tree fell through a house on Wordle Avenue during Friday's storms. Firefighters rescued 4 people from that house. Mayor Greenberg said that he was able to speak with the homeowner and gave us an update on that family's condition.
9-year-old niece, broken arm. Her 15-year-old son was injured. Fortunately, none of those are life-threatening injuries. So we're here to support all of our fellow Louisvillians that were impacted by the storm. And now the cleanup begins for people that had property damage as a result of the storm.
After severe weather, the city usually opens up storm debris drop-off sites, but Metro Public Works hasn't released that information just yet. Friday's severe weather came, and many in Kentucky are still recovering from historic flooding last month. FEMA disaster recovery centers have now opened up in Jefferson, Bullitt, Grayson, and McLean counties. You can find a list of those sites in this story on our homepage.
Turning to some other local stories now. This morning, a Louisville man is in custody after a standoff with police when he allegedly set fires inside an apartment. Rafael Batista Milanez was arrested yesterday afternoon. Court documents say Milanez rode a bike around an apartment complex on Southside Drive, threatening residents and deflating tires. He then allegedly barricaded himself inside his apartment, throwing glass at officers and setting fires before being taken into custody. Milanez faces multiple charges, including arson, terroristic threatening, and wanton endangerment. He's expected in court this morning at 9.
Today in downtown Louisville, Sheriff John Aubrey will officially endorse his pick for the next sheriff of Jefferson County. Aubrey has chosen retired Colonel Steve Healy to succeed him. Both will be there for the announcement, along with local leaders, including former LMPD Chief Yvette Gentry. It'll take place at the Law Enforcement Memorial in Jefferson Square Park. Sheriff Aubrey announced his retirement after serving 8 terms back in March. His final term ends in November of next year.
And today, WHAS11 will introduce you to the 2 men who could be the next superintendent of JCPS. Ben Schuldner and Brian Yearwood will sit down live with Connie Leonard and Doug Proffitt today. Schuldner will be with us at 5 and Yearwood at 5:30. The district is also hosting community forums tomorrow to let members of the public meet the candidates.